Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Glass City Podcast here at the CMB Production Studios with me, your host, Cowboy Mark, bringing you the Friday evening updates. That's right. We've got a ton of shows going on this weekend, and we're going to bring them to you, the ones we know anyhow. I didn't get any new updates today, but, you know, it is what it is. So you're going to hear all kinds of noise in the background today. We have some guests over here sitting in the bar just on the other side of the studio here, and they're having a good time. So if you hear them, don't be too afraid. It's all good. But before we get to the actual updates, we have a very special guest, and we're going to go ahead and introduce him now. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. We have, for our band, the group that I play in, Musical Mayhem, we have Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee has joined our band. He is now our lead vocalist. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you say hello, Bruce? Tell everybody who you are and what you're doing.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Bruce. I go by Lee on stage, but Bruce Lee, Bonsa is my given name, government name, whatever you want to say.
Right, hey, that's all that matters. Well, hello, Miss Trisha Scratch. It's nice to see you into the live stream today. She says, hi, Bruce.
Hey, how you doing?
Trish comes from another large family of YouTubers. They're Scratch channels. And what they do is they do scratch-off lottery tickets live in front of everybody, and she's part of that family. Great group of people, and we're glad you stopped in and seen us. Speaking of which, real quick before we move on here, Trish, when we had Black Me Out months ago, you had asked about a song. They are doing it for you. We're getting them rebooked on the show, and they are going to do that song for you. So keep an eye out for that when we get Black Me Out back on the show here, and they'll do that acoustic song for you. So speaking of songs, Bruce, now that you're our lead vocalist, what are you expecting us to do? You've heard us. You've listened to the kind of things that we were doing. How are you going to help us rearrange this band?
I'd like to try to bring... I don't know. I'm not saying that maybe there was no energy with it before, but maybe a higher grade. Like I would like to see the crowd getting pumped, dancing. That would be a plus.
That would be a very big plus.
Some hands in the air, jumping, getting a little rowdy.
Well, then, since you're already sitting here, and this was an impromptu deal, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. Originally from San Antonio, Texas. Raised here most of my life. My father brought me up here, get away from, I guess, San Antonio. But he was a musician himself, played all his life from 5 years old, and I was around it most of my life. Mainly Mexican music, but always had a passion for rock, metal, stuff like that. It's kind of just embedded in me. I like to be around it. And
you like to perform?
Well, actually, I never did before. I was kind of like the Jim Morrison on stage, facing away from the crowd. You know, when I was playing guitar, and that's basically where I started out, playing guitar for my dad's band. I sang choir in high school, and other than that, you know, I just kind of messed around with bands here and there. Never really got anything took off, you know, but. Here we are.
Well, we're hoping to change that. We are a working band. We don't play as much as some of the other bands that we're going to be featuring here in a little bit on our Friday night updates. But we decided when we started the band that we were only going to do about maybe one show a month, and that was because we were limited vocally and stuff like that. Now that you're with the band, we're hoping to up our game a little bit more, and get the bookings out there and get you out there, get us out there. And hopefully have a great time doing that. And again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Bruce for joining the band. It was our drummer who actually pulled me aside. I was doing a show, and Bruce happened to be there. And, well, as they say, one thing led to another, and here you are. We completed the Musical Mayhem family. So, and as you've noticed during practice, we are full of mayhem.
Oh, yeah.
Hence the name. So
hoping to add a little bit more to that.
Well, so are we. Because I'll tell you what, I'm tired of being the front guy. I just want to stand back in the corner and play. I've been on the front line too long. So this is a nice welcome to me. It allows me to do more of what I do, which is really expand my playability. So I'm not Geddy Lee. I can't sing and play like that and play the foot pedals and the keyboards and all that crap at the same time. But
so many pedals.
So many pedals. Tell me about it. I use one. I have one pedal that I use. But again, ladies and gentlemen, Bruce Lee, the new lead vocalist from Musical Mayhem. And we're going to cut away from him, unfortunately, for a minute here. We're going to go over, but don't go anywhere, Bruce. The show's by far not over yet. But we're going to go ahead and get on to what we actually are one of the reasons we're here to do, and that's let you guys know what's going on. Of course, Friday night. That's tonight. Tonight, right? Yes, tonight. All right, Friday, February 7th, we have at the Distillery, in my opinion, that's right, IMO. They're going to be playing there from 9:30 to 1:30. And again, great band. Aaron and the gang, they just put on a wonderful, wonderful show. So make sure you stop out and see them tonight. And just, you're going to have a great time. Trust me on that one. All right, at Frankie's. Those of you that thought Frankie's was not open, well, guess what? They went under some new management changes and changed a few things around. And one of the bands now that I am featuring on the show, Waiting on Zach, they are going to be at a 2-day event. They're playing tonight there at Frankie's. I believe doors are going to open about 6:30 or so. Not sure exactly when they're going on, but they will be there. Make sure you get out and see them. It's another local group, up and coming. You know, let's go out and get them, you know, give them some support. And they'll be at Frankie's tonight. They're downtown on Main Street. So, coming up next, G-String Jettison. That's right. Brian and the guys are going to be at the one, the only Sycamore Grove tonight, and that's going to be a show from 9 to 1. Another band that is just completely out of this world. Great. There we go. Little photo for y'all. You can check that out, their poster. Once it comes up, I see it quicker than you guys. I do apologize. I got to remember to lag a little bit here. But they're going to be out there 9 to 1 tonight. And again, that's G-String Jettison. They play a lot of classic rock, and different things. Brian's another one's got a great set of vocals, and absolutely is just a wonderful band to watch. So make sure you're checking them out. Also, we've got Miss Krista McCutcheon, and she's going to be at the Art and Performance Center of West Toledo there. I had to spit it out there. And tonight's show and performance that she's going to be doing is going to be all her originals. And she's going to be going on from 6:30 to 7:30. Again, Krista is doing a show completely of music that she has written and is going to perform it for you. So make sure you get out and see this young lady there at the Art and Performance Center of West Toledo, and give her some support. And hopefully we'll be getting her on the show. I've been in talking with her back and forth, and we may get her book. So that's going to be a really great thing. I can't wait to bring in some of the original artists that we've got here in the city of Toledo and feature them here on our show. And then tonight at Papa's Tavern, the place we all seem to have to go to party at one point or another, we've got Miss Tina Lee and Random Blues. And they're going to be there from 8 o'clock till whenever she decides that she's had enough. That's when they'll be done. So if you like blues and you like the Rocky blues, you need to get out and see Miss Tina Lee. They throw on a killer show. It's a lot of fun. Great personality. So just, again, it's one of those deals. There's a lot going on. Make yourself a little map. Do a little circuit. Try to hit as many of these local bands as you can, because there's a lot of them out there. And there's a lot that I don't have. They haven't started giving me their information yet. But as we go on, we get more and more. So again, that's Friday, February 7th, tonight. Starting with, in my opinion, at the Distillery, Waiting on Zach at Frankie's, G-String Jettison at Sycamore Grove, Krista McCutcheon there at the Art and Performance Center, and Tina Lee at Papa's Tavern. And that takes care of our Friday. So, you know what that means? We got Saturday. Saturday's coming up. That's right. That's tomorrow, unfortunately. So we've got shows going on. And again, these are the ones that I've been given. I will admit, I do not go out and search for a lot of these. I ask for you guys to send them to me. And so if you're in a band and no other bands, let's get them featured. Send me the information. I'll put it up here. You can all see it. Everybody can see it. It goes out worldwide. Not that the people over in China with that coronavirus want to hear about that. They just want a cure, I think. We weren't going to go there, but I did anyhow. So Saturday, the 8th. I got Bruce over here laughing next to me.
Send
Unfortunately,
him some
you can't see him at the moment because of the way I've got the windows set up. But he's over here kind of smiling at that one. So, again, it's all over Facebook. It's all over the news. Something has to be said, of course, on my show. Why? Because that's the jerk that I am. You know, I throw that kind of stuff out there for y'all. And there's my little brother, Scratchman Drew. He just popped in for us. Hey, what do you say, Drew? We missed you at work last night. I had to do all of it, you know? What the hell? Bug out on me. But I hope everything's good at home, and I'll talk to you later about that one. So back to Saturday the 8th. We have Not Fast Enough. Now, Not Fast Enough, I believe, is a group that Sir Michael Devin Barlows from Fifth Ace is also a part of. And they're going to be at the American Red Cross from 7 to 10. I didn't get any more information on that. He didn't send me exactly what's going on. So I'm not quite sure, but I do know they're going to be there. So that's going to be from 7 to 10 at the American Red Cross. Now, another great band that everybody should go out and see at least once or twice or 4 times or 50 times like I have over the years is Streetwise. That's right, Streetwise. We have the gang there at Sneaky Pete's from 9 to 1. Streetwise is another great band that puts on a hell of a show, and they cover all genres. They're playing rock, they're playing classic rock, they're playing country, they're doing a little blues, they're doing a little bit of everything. Steve and the guys, a wonderful, wonderful group. I've had the opportunity not only to work with them as behind the scenes, but actually sat in for a while as a fill-in as their bass player. So I know the type of work they put into their shows, and it is phenomenal. If you get a chance, hopefully you do, get out to Sneaky Pete's from 9 to 1 there on Detroit Avenue and see Streetwise. Now, another show at Frankie's. That's right. Tomorrow night at Frankie's. Again, it's a 2-day show. We got Waiting on Zach Friday, and a band that we had featured here on the podcast, Little Pink. That's right. Little Pink's going to be at Frankie's. They're going to be there at some point doing their show. Again, doors open about 6:30. Not sure exactly when they go on. You never know. With that place, it depends on how quickly the band previous leaves the stage and you're able to get set up and move on. And guess what? I forgot to shut my phone off again. I think I did that on the last show. I'll have to make sure I start remembering to do that. Sorry about that, guys. But again, it's a live show. That's what happens. Anything and everything can happen. So, again, Little Pink at Frankie's. And again, yes, they are open. They just kind of stepped back, redid some of the management and a few things behind the scenes, and they are back in full swing. And again, if you notice right here at the end of our list, Miss Krista McCutcheon. She's going to be at Papa's Tavern Saturday. That's right. Now, I don't know if this is going to be an original show, if she's going to be doing her cover show. I just know she's going to be there. So, we've got a great lineup for Saturday. Again, this isn't all the shows. You'll have to find some of the other ones on your own. I didn't get those notices, but we have Not Fast Enough at the American Red Cross, 7 to 10. Streetwise at Sneaky Pete's from 9 to 1. Little Pink at Frankie's, and again, there's going to be other bands there with them as well. And then Miss Krista McCutcheon there at Papa's Tavern from 8 to, well, again, when she's done, because we know how that works there at Papa's Tavern. And that's what I got. But now we got Bruce again. He's sitting here next to me. Once it comes up, again, there's a little bit of delay, and I do apologize about that. I go quicker than the format here, so.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's what she said every time. You know it. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bruce Lee, and no, he's not going to kick our ass on stage that we're aware of, unless we piss him off. Scratchman says, "What's up, brother?"
What's up, bro? How's it going out there?
And I think you remember Scratchman Drew. He was the one that was here. Pretty much, I think it was the day that you were auditioning. My buddy that was over here, and Grandpa was here with us, and we were all.
Yeah, he was running a podcast.
He was running a podcast as well out there. That's right. He was running one of his Scratch channel right here from the bar area. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on. Again, some of you know about it, some of you don't. But the idea for this show was actually thought of about 8 years ago, between myself and a bunch of DJs. And nothing ever happened. Well, I met Drew, Scratchman, and he's actually the one that re-inspired me to actually do what I'm doing now. It was because of his Scratch channel and helping him. And the more I helped him, I do things behind the scenes for him, the technical stuff, and do that. And by doing that, that's what prompted me to actually start Glass City Podcast. That's awesome. Been 7, 8 years in the making.
Well, it's come to fruition, and glad to have it going.
Oh, so am I. I have found that I really, really enjoy what I do. And the cool thing is, I don't ask anything for it. I do it. You know, that I get the satisfaction of knowing I'm helping other groups that I enjoy watching, or groups that I don't even know about, and get them noticed. And this is one way of doing it. You can see thing posted on Facebook. And the real cool thing is when we do the live interviews like we're doing with you, this impromptu interview, now you got a face to go with a name. Oh, yeah. They can actually see the band. They can talk to the band. Speaking of which, folks, I was working on my little project that I had told you about on Wednesday's show. We'll get to put it up here. I've got it almost done. I've got a lot of the logistics figured out. And again, this little guy right here, this phone was purchased strictly for the podcast. So when we do our live interviews like this, coming up real soon here in the future, we're going to be able to do call-ins. You're going to be able to call in. You're going to be able to ask the band a question, and they're going to be able to answer. And it's going to go right out there. So not only will we have the live chat, but we will have call-ins, just like a radio station or something professional. Which I don't know why I'm going professional. I'm about the least professional person there is. That's why I'm doing this show, the way I do it, in my basement, in my studio. But I was working on it today, made a few calls into it, got the signal through the board, did some practice recordings, and they seem to be working. So I don't know how the delay is going to work. That's going to be the one that is going to be a lot of fun, is working out that. But at this point, again, with the call-ins, you'll be able to call in, and there will be a delay for you hearing it back, because I will not be able to currently respond on the phone itself to you directly in real time. So we'll be able to hear what you ask, you'll be able to hear us respond, and you'll just have to work with me until, I'm sure I'm going to have to buy another $1,000 interface or some crap like that to get it to work in real time, but who knows?
Well, the more fans we accumulate, the more quicker we can pay for it.
I like how you say that. It takes some of the burden off my shoulders. Right. Donations are welcome. Not that I've ever asked that before, but hey, you know, we are expanding this show. So again, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we had for this week. And please, again, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Also, don't forget to go through some of my other videos and check out some of the other live interviews we've done in the past. And let's get you on here. Even if you're a magician, it's entertainment. This whole thing's about entertainment. This is not just music, and people are not. We've spoken about some of the theater things that are going on here, and this channel is about entertainment and getting people recognized for that. Let's see. Oh, well. Thank you very much for that, Scratch. This is raw and live. I don't edit anything. You see it as we're doing it. So all the noises in the background, the mistakes I make are done live, yes. And I thank you for that awesome comment. I really, really do. It means a lot to me. And again, ladies and gentlemen, sitting to my right, Mr. Bruce Lee, the new lead vocalist for Musical Mayhem. Now, Bruce, when are they going to be able to see you? Let's just throw it out there. I don't normally do a show in advance.
Wondering if we're going to.
But let's go ahead and let's let them know. Where are we going to be and when are we going to be there?
All right. The where is Papa's Tavern.
That's right.
And the when is the 15th.
That's right.
February. So
the day after Valentine's.
Day after Valentine's, and make a good little gift. You guys want to come out and party with us? And
now that sounds like a plan.
Bang your head, crowd surf. You can slow dance. You can play anything you want to do.
Yeah, we are going to be doing a little bit. A little bit of everything there. Yeah, we've added a lot of the upbeat, and we've talked about a few slow dances that you've actually asked about, which is really cool. So
yeah, I want to do a variety of things. I want to really get this out there.
So do I. Thank you for that comment too, Scratch. He says there's no fakery in this channel. No,
Right.
there's not. In one of the earlier podcasts, if you listen closely, and I want to say it was with Fifth Ace, you can hear my pig out in the backyard grunting. She was at the window. It was warmer out. I had the window open over there.
Nice.
And you can hear her if you listen closely. And then we were talking about doing Nick, their guitar player. We need to do a pig cam.
Pig cam would be cool.
A pig cam. So I got to figure out how to stream the pig cam live into my program, and I can switch between what we're doing here in the studio and what the pig's doing out there in the yard.
All right. You're gonna have to learn that that Green Jelly song. Little pig, let me in.
Well, first we got to make sure that he can be here on that one, Scratch. February 14th. Did you have plans?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because
Why? What's going on?
we're going to do a live feed. We're going to do a Scratch feed that night, February 14th, here at the studios. And he was talking about featuring you
Oh yeah.
and actually have you scratch.
Oh okay. I was thinking scratch like on the turntable.
No.
for a second.
Well, you can do that too. We can arrange for that kind of setup too as well.
Awesome.
So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to thank you all for stopping in and saying hi. And again, this is Glass City Podcast here at the CMB Production Studios. And in case you're wondering how to get a hold of us, it's real simple. glasscitypodcast@gmail.com. Again, one more time, glasscitypodcast@gmail.com. Send me your information. Send me your photos. If you've got a video, I'll play it. I'll play it live right here on the show.
Awesome.
We're going to do that. We did that with Danny Morns from C5th. And we played a bunch of his videos while we were doing that live feed, and we had a blast. So if you've got original music, videos, and stuff like that, guess what? We're going to play them. And then that's what I'm going to be doing with the off Sundays when I don't have a live guest, is we're going to be featuring music from Toledo area artists. We're going to be playing. It's going to be like a little radio station on a Sunday that we don't do the live feed and, and feature their music. So, again, folks, stay safe out there this weekend and make sure you keep rocking on and stop out and see all these groups. I know we can't see them all at the same time, but again, try to support as many as you can. Spend a little bit of time with each one if you can. Make yourself a little map and a route, and let's support the local talent we have in this city of ours. And let's do it
definite.
Glass City Podcast style. All right, ladies and gentlemen, keep it real, keep it rocking, and we will see you next time around. Have a good evening, folks.
Peace.